Let's talk about Part D 2025. Part of this legislation, we talked about the Inflation Reduction Act, some changes that people should be aware of.
Yes, let's talk about those changes 2024, 2025. And first, let's also discuss Medicare Part D as far as your enrollment in the drug card. Because a big question I do get asked is, how do I enroll in one? Am I enrolled in one? Because the main focus is typically on the supplements to offset your medical costs. So you basically have two options to enroll in a prescription drug plan. The first option is if you're on a traditional Medigap supplement like Plan F or Plan G, Plan K, then you would enroll in a separate standalone prescription drug plan, which is also offered by private carriers. You would have a separate card that you would give to the pharmacist with its own monthly premium. The other way to enroll in a prescription drug plan is if you enroll in an Advantage plan. Those do have some Advantage plans where the drug card is built into those plans. So you wouldn't have a separate premium, and you would give the pharmacist that one medical card that has drug coverage on it when you do need to pick up your refills. Now, let's dive into the tiers of payment on a drug card. This is a part of why Medicare is known as the maze, because it's not just a stand here, oh, I've got my set copay for medications. We actually move through different tiers of coverage. So the first tier is the deductible phase. This means you will pay alone 100% of the cost of your medications until you hit that drug plan's deductible. Once you hit that deductible, then you move into initial coverage, which means now you're cost sharing with the drug plan you enrolled in. And once you and the drug plan together have hit a dollar amount, then you move into the coverage gap. And when you've hit another dollar amount together, you move into catastrophic coverage where there's no out-of-pocket maximum. But what was new in 2024, for the first time ever, we had the implementation of an out-of-pocket maximum of $3,250, which was great news for Medicare beneficiaries who do have those higher tiered brand name medications. Now, 2025 big change was the elimination of the coverage gap. So now we have the deductible phase, initial coverage, and catastrophic coverage with a lower out-of-pocket max of $2,000, which again, great news for those who have those high-end costs. And this also brings up points of maybe there are some strategies we can implement that we haven't thought of before so that you can stop paying for your medications at some point during the year. And I'm talking about those senior discount programs, whether it's when you go to your pharmacy and your pharmacist is like, oh, we have a coupon for that, or participation in programs like GoodRx. A new strategy could be, well, let's put the cost of your medications on your prescription drug plan so we can hit that $2,000 out-of-pocket max and have no other copays throughout the duration of the year. Because if you do use a coupon or a senior discount program to pay for those high-costing medications, that does not go towards your drug plan that you're enrolled in towards that out-of-pocket max. So this is part of that ripple effect of things to think about on how we approach things as these years go by in new legislation.
When somebody comes in for the first time, or maybe even on an ongoing basis, they bring you a list of medications. So that's something you can walk them through. How is this covered? How is it not covered? What can you expect as from a time frame stand of reaching the out-of-pocket? What happens to them at that point? And when people are talking about healthcare or Medicare as a part of their overall Retire Secure roadmap, there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety. But then when they sit down with you, what we see or hear in those rooms is a lot of laughter, a lot of fun, and they walk out of that room with smiles because for the first time probably ever, they have a really good understanding of how all of that stuff is going to impact them specifically with their plan.